You'll know by the title already the camera that I'm about to unbox. What you might not know though is, although it's the last generation, it is actually equipped with a USB-C charging outlet, or inlet as it were, and most of electronics these days don't seem to come with a USB-C charger. Well, thankfully a company called Slatino reached out to me and asked me if I wanted one of their wall chargers, and no no complications, nothing, just said, would you like it? And I said, yes please, and they sent it along. So I thought it'd be nice and give them a little shout out for sending it along to me. And I'll give you a quick unboxing. It's a very straightforward, it's a straightforward wall European type charger. It's got USB-C and USB-A, and it's QC3 I believe. I think they've got 18-month guarantees on these as well, which is quite good for the wall chargers. They actually, put their warranty behind their product, as it were. A lot of people don't do that. It's not a lot else I can say about it really. It is compatible with iPhone, who are one of those companies who no longer give you a charger. So thank you to Slatino, S-L-I-T-I-N-T-O, and you can find them on Amazon. I'll put a non-affiliate link below for you so you can have a look at it. Hi and welcome back to Tech It Out. After quite a long break really, just before Christmas I became ill, and I had to go undergo emergency surgery for appendicitis, and that put me out for most of the beginning of the Christmas season. Then Christmas came along, and New Year, and I was still in recovery, but now I'm feeling a lot better, and we're back to the normal stuff now after a couple of days of very unusual content, shall we say. And we're going to unbox this. This is actually a brand named 360 5.7K action camera from Yi. Now Yi are a respected make, and let's get rid of this box a minute. When this first came out, it was to rave reviews. They really liked it. Some of the best quality camera images was one quote, and it was one of the highest resolution cameras at the time as well. It's a last gen camera. It's a little bit bulkier than the new gen, but it's got a bigger battery, much bigger battery I think, and it does more or less exactly the same. And a lot of the cameras, 360 cameras, are still catching up with this now. As I said, it actually has a USB-C charging port, and you can use that port also to put an external microphone on it. So it's got the two camera lenses, of course. Let's get it open and have a look at it first of all and see what's actually in the box. So in the box we have got, in the top, a box with, what's that? It is a soft cloth for wiping the lens. You got that USB charging cable. You've got the action cam. Well, it's a little advertisement really. It tells you what's SD cards. So again, being a very high resolution camera, you need a fast SD card for this. Minimum, I would say, of U60. U30 you might get away with it, but U60 probably the minimum that you need. There's a lot of paperwork in this. Okay, it's a big Yi sticker. Thank you for choosing Yi. Okay. Okay, warranty. Another bit of advertising, and then your setup booklet, which of course, as ever, goes to the drawer of obscurity, and that's the box empty. Let's get rid of all these bits of paper. Now then, I'll put that out of the way. You get a very nice carrying case. Stop the lenses getting scratched. That's good, that's nice, I like that. You get a tripod stand, and again, dual setting by the looks of it. You can adjust it to whatever sort of height you want it. Very good. Oh, lovely. Okay, so that goes there. You've got the battery. The battery is a, what is it? It's a 1400, I think it is. 1450 milliamp hour. So it's quite a big battery. Let's have a look. That's 1300. So it's quite a bit bigger than a normal action cam size battery. 1450, and I think if I remember rightly, in 360 4K this will last an hour, and in 5.7K it lasts 40 minutes. Yes, you can film in 5.7K, and you can then export it to the software on your PC, and from there you can do the stitching, or if you're filming in 4K or below, you can stitch on the camera. So that's the camera itself. It's really solidly made. That little light there to say what mode it's in. You've got the mount screw on the bottom. You've got the battery compartment. Let's check the battery in there. And inside the battery compartment, you've got a HDMI out, your SD card slot, and your USB Type C. I tell you what, let's check a little micro SD card in there as well straight away. Let's just grab one. Okay, let's check this in, and then it'll be all set up. The other thing is you can actually film while charging, and I've been led to believe that you don't even need the battery in when you're doing it. So you can take the battery out, put it on charge, still continue filming from, I don't know, a charge pack, you know, a battery backup pack, whatever, and then put the battery back in when you complete it, and then it's back mobile again. So basically you could have any size battery pack and plug it into this, and it would film for hours and hours. Yeah, okay, so this is called the action button. Of course, that's where everything happens. There's a little rubber bit there, not sure what that's for. Yeah, so that turns it on and off as well, and then it's the selector button, it's the OK button, and then you have the navigation buttons and a little LCD screen. So let's turn it on, and while that's powering up, I'll zoom in a bit. So okay, it's powered up. The menu buttons are here, so if I press down, we got video, time-lapse video, video settings, you got your Wi-Fi settings, it is Wi-Fi equipped as well, Bluetooth remote, you can buy the Bluetooth remote as with all of them, but the Bluetooth remote is very similar to this. It's got a nice screen on it and gives you a lot more details than just the little on-off buttons that you usually get with action cameras. And then system settings. So if I press the OK button, which is the action button on the side, we have voice control, voice commands, standard is the NTSC. I like it in that because it's 60 FPS or 60 megahertz. Wi-Fi info, Wi-Fi channel, LED off, beep low, external mic on off, languages, format SD card, reset camera, auto power off timer, location, that allows you to, I think, take the location from the phone. Let me just press it and see. Please select location. Ah no, sorry, you just set you just set where you are. Okay, United Kingdom. About, that gives you the software or firmware settings in the camera. And then exit, and then if we go up to the, I can go down I think, photo, burst mode, back to video, and then time-lapse video settings. We've got, you can choose the actual settings, that's in 5.7 at the moment, 25 FPS. I don't know why that's not in 30, it should be in 30. I'll come back to that in a moment. I'll change it. I may have changed it back to PAL instead when I was pressing the buttons there. 5K 25 PS, 4K 25 PS, 2.5K and 60, on 50 in that case, it's on PAL still, 2.5 in 25, 2K in 100, 2K in 50, and exit. Now if I go back in to the settings and we go back down to the, that's voice controller, where was it? Standard, yes, I changed it to PAL by mistake, look. So NTSC, and then we can go back up to exit. Now when we go to the settings, we got 5.7 in 30, 5K in 30, 4K in 30, 2.5 in 60, 2.5 in 30, 2.5 in 120, and 2K in 60. So there, that's all the settings. Now this camera, when it was new, it was selling for about £500, and that was only really the down point that anybody was saying about it. It went down in price a lot, and recently I've seen it still being sold for £399, but then I've seen it in other places mentioned as being sold for £150. I got this camera on Amazon for £65. This must be the cheapest 5.7K 360 action camera from a named brand in the world. I couldn't believe it when I saw it, and I must admit I jumped at it. I don't know if the deal is still on there now, but it's worth looking for. It's called the Yi 360 VR camera, and as I said, in its day it was lauded as a really, really good camera. But Yi made a new version which was a little bit different, more square and a bit smaller, and then they don't seem to have done much about it at all. The software that comes for it for the PC is a bit hard to find now. It is still on their site, and if you do search around you can find it, and that allows you to use EIS to stabilize your images on the PC, and it also allows you to stitch on the PC. But what I've done is I've got some software from a different manufacturer, shall I say, which works just as well for the actual video production, and I'm learning how to use it at the moment because I've not used it before. This is new to me, so it's going to be interesting over the coming weeks and months to see how I can use it and what type of videos I'm going to produce. I'm not sure, to tell you the truth at all. But there we go, that's the VR 360 degree 5.7K action camera for £65, the cheapest in the world. Thank you for watching.